believe you. Hey, come my phone was tripping too.
It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFB this year, the Oklahoma Sooners taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Sooners will put toe to leather and will get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Handoff from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. That's caught. It's Smith. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Grab near the marker. It's Porter. What a play there, and he rips off a big
coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
That's a run ahead of the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I'll tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to...
Touchdown, Ohio State. They grab the early lead.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. And the good news for the offense, there's nowhere to go from here but forward. No gain on the first play. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like he can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Gonna take a shot. What a grab along the right sideline for the huge play. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And this Wildcat is going to be deep long, stopped in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
On third and long, a check down will be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Catch is made at the 15. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Picks up the first down, still moving. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
Wide open downfield. Turning it on. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Catch in the middle. It's Graham. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Ball. Smashes ahead. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Sategna. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Tatum. Got the first down and still on his feet. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
Right back to the well. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Just nothing doing on that last run. They knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Flushed out of the pocket. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down. You can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
From the gun, running back on the move. Oh, he's got some space. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. To the air, it's Hawkins. He'll get rid of it. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
The play action fake. And they can't make the play on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, I believe someone calls it the Conference of Champions. Pac-12 action today. Michigan is currently trailing in this one, but if history has taught us anything over the years, it's that closing out the maize and blue inside the big house is not easy. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida State. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Moving out of the pocket. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
He wants to change this route. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Edwards. Grab near the marker is Hawkins. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown Sooners!
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's
going deep. He holds it in, and nobody's close. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there.
That's a great job getting the first down by that guy. He is a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver.
Yeah.
And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But recently, they've been recruiting playmakers at the receiving position because this offense has changed. It's now up-tempo. They're now throwing the ball vertically down the field. And they've had so many guys go in the first round in recent years. This dude right here fits that mold to a T. Love watching this guy play.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Throwing on the run.
hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Yeah, I'm in a college game.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Sategna. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, and they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it? He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He'll pull it down and run. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got it.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Crosses the 35. Gets it past the marker. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Edwards. And the wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Rolling right and going deep. Snags it inside the 20. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's Tatum. Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive.
He's going to have to beat him. I think he's going to beat him.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. On the run, still looking. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Porter.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break.
No, man. Can't start to be a showman.
The Buckeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
He don't act like he won boxing, man. He just all for a minute, man.
To throw, it's Sayin. Under fire. Right on the money. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
To the air on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Furman. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. That's caught. It's ordered. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Direct snap. It's Edwards. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on 1st down and couldn't pull it off.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't get any yards, but that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Makes the grab. It's Tatum.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Hawkins. He's got his man across the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the pass interference penalty, and the results of the play will stand. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Edwards. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative.
Throws for the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Peoples. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down, got to use their time wisely. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pressure coming. He fires a bullet to the right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed a break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the starter.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. This is a designed run, and this one will be stopped for no gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the snap, it's Edwards. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Oh, there's he's busy, so kind of turn.
The Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They put points on the board in the first half but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man,
There he goes. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. Quarterback moving. The throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. Inside the 35. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
How they do it.
Takes a handoff. It's Tatum. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Touchdown Sooners! They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. LSU is getting handled right now, and for this to be happening to this program in front of these fans, it's almost inexplicable. They're trailing by 21 to Alabama. We'll He'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Give to the single back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
Your game doing it all
And
day.
that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Fires to the big fella. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep fighting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He might want another play. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Pulls it in, it's Porter. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
And the Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. Makes a catch at the 20. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window if the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You got a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, too. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's a tackler. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Edwards. Looking to buy time. Oh, better look out! The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the 1st down. And the Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Gonna run it. It's Tatum. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy as that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Going to try to pop one on the screen.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen and getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Leaves it with the running back.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Sets up the screen. Breaks into the open. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Third down, defense is thinking pass, so those defensive ends rushing up the field. That plays perfectly into the running back screen. Great play call at the right time.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Quarterback adapted. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
And I love what the secondary does here. You know the blitz is coming. You know the ball's going to come out quick. They react to it quickly, get the interception, and then Pollard, they know exactly what to do with it once they do.
No doubt, and I think the hit certainly affected some of the accuracy on the throw. Quarterback's got to do a better job getting that ball out sooner, but once the ball started to flutter a little bit, didn't go exactly where he wanted, the defense was opportunistic, and not just getting the pick, but having the convoy taking it to the house.
Makes a move. Fine. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's got it in the end zone for the two as they trim more off of that lead. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Snagged in the middle, it's Porter. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw? He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
He'll go to work in the air on second down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Here comes the heat. Another incompletion on third down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. They'll send the back in motion. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. Not a big window, and that throw was money. They got it at the 30. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. A shot toward the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. Two-possession lead in this fourth quarter.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive.
Boy, here they good.
He'll bring it out. It's a tag now. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Bring in the heat.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Looking to throw at St. Clair. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
And this is the part of the game where you can really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
221 wing. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Using his feet to buy time. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Ohio State. Fired in from the red zone for the score. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You got to stop turning the football over.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the grab inside the 30. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment.
Makes the grab on the left side. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proven, like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts, handling their business early in the season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're going to point back to. Hey, we wanted to find out more about them against a good opponent. They won the game. They took care of business. This was impressive today. And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Just keep slinging it. They've got the screen set up. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the beatdown has ensued. That leads a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
And I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Sategna. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15.
They gave me my motherfucking right here.
They go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chain. On the direct snap, it's Edwards. Caught near the sticks, it's Hawkins. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Looking for a man, it's Hawkins. Blasted as he lets it go. And the pass falls to the ground, and the ball game is over.